Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And I've been missing for 2 days. Yes, I have. Monday, doctor appointment, and at that appointment he ordered up some tests. So Tuesday was my tests, and I'm here today. And all I can say was he gave me glorious news, and I feel invigorated enough to get out the chainsaw later and go and chop down a few tree stumps. Might get the pole saw out as well and remove some mistletoe. So I had great news. Apparently one of the best things in my tests was a 3% chance of having a heart attack in the next 10 years. So apparently that's very low, so I was really pleased with that. So I shall just keep digging holes and planting trees. That's what I'll do. Anyway, we are up with Eiffel store. And we are using this huge mitten set. You know, I can get my hand in there for you. I'm not using the biggest one today. I am using the next size down, which is a great size for making a card. That big one will make a mini album. They're just absolute gorgeous sizes. Now, before I go any further, some people have said that they've had complications ordering these on Amazon. Basically, what you have to do is click on the link for the Amazon frames, which is linked below. And when you get on that page, you'll see underneath the price a load of numbered boxes. When you click on those boxes on the left hand side, then on your Amazon page, it will show you which product you're selecting, whether it's the huge trees, gloves, bell, snow globe, each of those, and then you just, you know, add it to your cart for the image that's on view. And then if you go to your cart, it should show you exactly what's in there. So we're using the next size down on the huge one. I'm also using, out of these 2 sets of snowflakes, I decided to keep this set because I think I'd already used one of those in something else. And I wanted to show you this one because it's a gorgeous Celtic snowflake. So I'm using one from those sets. And then I discovered, rummaging through all my stuff, I'd bought this gorgeous sort of like, I don't know what you call it, abalone type, what's it called, rickrack, yeah, that I got from, I think it was Walmart. And I got this size, and I also got a really wide size. So I'm going to be trimming up my mitten. I don't know how close I can get. It's just really sparkly and it's transparent. There you go. I'm going to use some of that to trim my mitten. So I'm going to move the dies out of the way and share with you exactly what I've got. Right, I used a new stamp that I received, okay, and I coloured this in, and I wanted this to be my element. So it's a little set of gingerbread just poking out of a gift box. So I just used my Touch 5 markers, my white paint pen, and that's all that I did to colour that in. So they're just really sweet. I absolutely love them. So I want to use that as my decoration on my mitten, because on my American Crafts digital pack it's quite matchy. So we're going to do a open out card again because it's big enough to carry it. Yes, it is. It just about fits in there. And I've cut 2 in white cardstock. So I've got 2. I'm going to score 1. And this is my American Crafts, which is going to be my decorative top piece. So we need to get that done first. We're leaving this one completely flat. So I'm just going to get some glue down. And I wasn't here to ask you if you all had a great weekend. So I hope that you did, even though I'm a couple of days late. I got more cabbages and stuff in the ground, and had to yank out all of my eggplants because they got Fusilium wilt. So no eggplants for me this year, which is a shame because I put so much effort into, you know, growing them. And then you go out and they're all curled up and crispy and dead. Yeah. Oh dear. Right, now this is the bottom of the mitten, and what I did was I cropped a piece off from glitter cardstock, and here's where I'm going to put my rickrack trim. So I want my sparkly bit down there at the bottom of my mitten, and I'm going to glue that on. I'm just going to line that up and pop that down, and that's nice and straight. Now we need some of that lovely trim. Just going to move that over to there for a minute, and I'm basically going to be putting it there right on the edge. So I need to cut off enough. Now this stuff is kind of, it's like plastic, so there's probably going to be a little bit of drying time on the glue for it, but it's not going to fray. So that's great. So I highly recommend this stuff, and I'm so glad that I found it again. Yeah. Honestly, my craft room can be a bit like an Aladdin's cave. So I have got a good bit of glue on there, and I'm trying to see where I've got that. Ooh, I like that that goes up the thumb bit, and then I can trim that bit off after. Right, I'm just going to let that dry and I'll be right back. Right, so that's dry, and basically it took 2 or 3 minutes. That's all that it took. The next thing that I want to do is stick this one, which has got its white back on it, onto the bit that's going to open out as the card. So I'm going to bring in my mini scoreboard. Now, people did ask me about this scoreboard. It's a We Are Memory Keepers, and I did get it from Tuesday Morning quite a few years ago now, and we no longer have a Tuesday Morning. So if I can find it on Amazon, I'll link it below. I don't even know if it's one of those that's still made, but it's so useful because it's just great for your desktop. Right, now I've scored right down there for the top of the mitten, and I just want to bend that. There we go. So I'll move that out of the way. And now, as usual on these opening cards, I've shown you how to do these. They're really simple. Just put your glue above your score line and into the area that's going to be glued down, because the cuff section of the mitten is going to be what stands your card up. So we have that there, and then just line it up. Give it a rub, turn it over, and just make sure that that is not glued down. So I'm lifting that section up there. Ooh, has my camera gone blurred? So now you can see your card will stand up, which is great. I absolutely love that. I do love large, you know, styled frames. There's so much that you can do with them. I mean, imagine that the other way around. Cut in felt, put a nice little eyelet in there and some ribbon, make an awesome, you know, Christmas tree decoration, or a banner to go along your door or something like that. There's so much that you can do with them. Right, now my snowflakes. Snowflakes is the next thing that I want to do, and I think I want a little bit on the cuff there. And then I'm thinking I'm just going to have one big one, and then I've got these two, but I wanted to share this one because I think this Celtic snowflake is absolutely gorgeous. You could do a background by, you know, 3, 3 and 3. I don't know how many would fit onto whatever size card, and it would make a great background for St. Patrick's Day, cut in green, because you've got that Celticness and you've got the hearts, and it would also be great for Valentine's Day. So I just think that's really pretty, and I cut that one because I wanted to show you. But I'm going to go with a big one right there. That's where I'm going to have it. So I'm going to stick this one on first, and I've cut my nails again. There we go. So I'm just going to blob it And I think I'm going to go straight up, straight down, try and get it in the centre. There we go. So now we've got a nice big snowflake. I'm still rubbing around just to make sure that my mitten is down on its base. And then I want to do this one and trim it off so it's only partially on there. And I'm doing this even though I know I'm going to cut it off, because you never know which bit's going to go where. So I kind of like the idea of it just on the edge there, and then that would give some room for your sentiment on the cuff or anything else that you wanted to add. Right, and now we just need to trim off the edges of the snowflake. Now actually that's on coated glitter cardstock, which is plastic, so I'm just going to let that dry for a second and I'll be right back. Right, I think that's sufficiently dried, and I also sorted out a couple of little kind of clear, almost tarnished gems from this pot. Here's another thing from Tuesday morning, and I must have got this about 4 years ago, but look how many are left in there. There's a huge amount left, and they're all different shapes and sizes. They're lovely. So those are acrylic stones, and I'm going to use those in the finish. So now I think that's stuck down enough, and I'm just going to open that out and prune my snowflake from this side. There. Right, so now we've got that nicely trimmed, and I think the next thing I'm going to do is stick on some gems. No, actually I won't. I'll put my finishing piece on first. I want that to kind of overlap like that. But I also want to get my big gemstone in, so I better stick that one on first. So just a nice blob of glue. And I'm just going to get the big one. Whoops. I think that's in the centre. Can't quite see it. There. So I've got a nice big gemstone there, and I think I'll put this one here while I'm here, and those two smaller ones off of my little stamped image, just to kind of bring the whole thing together. So I'm putting that one on there, and I can't see if that's straight or not. I'm just bringing it down by me. There, that will do. So I'm just going to let those dry for a second so that I can put my stamped doodah on top. Right, so while those were drying, I went ahead and I put the little gemstones onto my little stamped piece there, just to tie the thing together. So those are onto there, and I've put some foam on the back, so I need to just take off my foamy pieces and we'll be all set. Oops. Now, everything that I've used today, if I can find it, I will link it all below. And I do hope everyone's going to have an awesome day today. I most certainly do. Oh, and I'll tell you something else I've discovered while I'm just delicately taking these off. I'm worried my gems aren't dry yet. And that is AI imaging I've discovered. And I've been doing generating some AI images of my own, and I might share those with you one day. They're just great fun. So I wanted it to be slightly onto there, and I am going to go there. So I'm going to pick that up. You can see we've got all our twinklies going on, which is really cute. And then we've got our kickstand on the back of our card, look. That's not glued down. And there you have it. A nice little stand-up Christmas mitten. How easy was that? I love that. Yes, I do. I think that's just so cute. Room for a sentiment or a name. And of course, you could also add something up there if you wanted to. Probably another little bit of snowflake coming off the edge or something. Right. I thank you so much for joining me today. Do have a wonderful day. And as usual, all links below. Bye.